So right now, let's take a look at The Gloaming.
The Gloaming is a suspenseful new supernatural detective series starring Aussie actor Emma Booth. This entire Star series was shot on location in beautiful Tasmania. Looking forward to talking more about it with Emma. Thanks for being here today on Park City Television.
Thank you for having me.
So tell me more about The Gloaming.
So, The Gloaming is basically a story about two detectives who are bound by a tragic past who come back together after 20 years to solve a horrific murder. And it's set in the world of the supernatural and the superstitious, and set in Tasmania, which is epically beautiful. And so, yeah, I think not only is the story really interesting and suspenseful, it's also visually really stunning, which is awesome.
What was your favorite part about filming in Tasmania?
Um, you know, so many different parts of Tasmania I just adored. I think it's just so beautiful, and it's got a little bit of everything there, to be honest. And it kind of feels quite prehistoric. You expect dinosaurs to start, walking out from behind the bushes. It's quite interesting. Like, I've never seen or experienced a place like it. I must say though, it gets very, very cold, and that was one of the challenges. But Vicky wanted that. She wanted the very wintry kind of tone to it, so we went with it. We froze, but it looked great.
And I'm curious about your character, Molly McGee, who's a detective. What can you tell me about Molly?
So Molly is, she's impulsive, she's a risk taker, and she has to kind of win at any cost, even if that means falling out with her daughter, which ends up happening in the show. I'm not sure if I should say too much there, but she's also a little bit kind of crazy in a good way, and she can come across quite cold at times. But really, she's the most sensitive person in the room, and she has this incredible memory. She has this ability, but she trains that up with this game she does, this memory game that her father taught her. So she's a pretty phenomenal detective and remembers every single little thing, at any crime scene she's at, or anywhere really. So I thought she was a really interesting character to play. And I really enjoyed playing her.
There's a supernatural element to The Gloaming, where your fate is coerced by ghosts. Tell me more about that.
Yes, there is a lot of ghosts in the show. It's spooky, but it's not too spooky, which is good. But personally, I absolutely love anything to do with ghosts, and I watch Ghost Hunters to go to sleep on, and my husband thinks that I'm completely mad, but I find it really intriguing. And so, yeah, you have this element of spirits that come through, and you don't know what they're doing there until, I guess, the very end. And you find out why it is that these spirits are showing up, ultimately, wanting justice. But you find out more about that as the story goes on. But yeah, it's definitely spooky. So if you don't like ghosts, it might not be for you. But it's it's not too scary.
I find it interesting that you played Mother Nature in Once Upon a Time, which had a bit of I'm not sure if supernatural is the right word, but otherworldly kind of feel to it with Once Upon a Time. And now you're playing in kind of the same realm. What are some similarities there?
Yeah, look, I do tend to do a lot in the supernatural kind of genre. I think I just draw it in because I love it so much. I love supernatural and mystical and all of that. And so, as a kid, I just kind of just loved those stories. So for me, I guess I'm just really drawn to those roles. And I don't know. I guess the roles like that just come to me, but I love it. That's why.
And what are you looking forward to seeing the most when you get to finally sit down with your family, your friends, and watch this series?
Well, I've seen the show quite a few times now. I guess I just love seeing people try to piece it together because it is quite a complicated story. And you know from the beginning, you know, who did it, but you just have to figure out why. It's like, why is this happening? Like, what is going on? And you see people just trying to, playing the guessing game. So I quite enjoy that when I'm sitting down watching it with people. But yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited for the world to finally see it, so it's not just kept in Australia, this show. That's exciting.
I'm looking forward to watching it. The Gloaming premieres Sunday, March 21st on Stars across all platforms. Thank you so much, Emma Booth, for being here with us today. Really fun talking with you, and
Thank you.
congratulations on this great series.
Thank you so much. I've had a lot of fun.